Hi, Teacher Linda here from Nature Nurture, online until we meet again, outdoors. Just checking in. Wanted to give you a GROUNDO story today from my rooftop, and it's raining, what some people say cats and dogs. Not really cats and dogs. But I thought, let's do a GROUNDO story. Are you ready? Okay, settle down, settle in. We're going for a ride. Once upon a time, there was a child named G for GROUNDO, and he got into a lot of the letter T for trouble. One day, GROUNDO said, "Mom, I want to go outside. It's raining, and I love to be out in the rain." And his mom said, "Well, GROUNDO, it's kind of raining cats and dogs now." And GROUNDO said, "What? Cats and dogs? How could it be raining cats and dogs?" And so his mom said, "Well, that's just an expression. It just means it's raining very heavy." And GROUNDO said, "But that's okay. I have a raincoat. I have a rain hat. I have rain pants, rain boots. I even have gloves." And so his mom said, "Oh, what was that? Did you hear that? Oh, I think it was thunder." Oh, what? I love thunder. Anyway, back to the story. So GROUNDO said, "Mom, I want to go out now." And his mom said, "We're going to wait until after lunch, GROUNDO. And then you can call your friends, your 5 friends, and then you can see about going outside with them, and you can all jump in puddles and look for worms." And GROUNDO said, "But I want to go out now." Oh, that is not good character. That's a little bit rude. And so his mom said, "GROUNDO, I don't really like the way you said that. Can you say it differently?" And he said, "Okay, I want to go out now." Whoa, where'd that deep voice come from? And his mom said, "Well, that's not exactly what I was talking about. I meant, can you please say it in say different words and say it with a different tone in your voice?" So GROUNDO said, "Okay." So he said, "Mom, may I please go outside now?" And his mom said, "No, sorry, GROUNDO. The answer's still no, but maybe later. I think it'll still be raining, you'll still have fun, but we'll have lunch first." And GROUNDO said, "Lunch, schmunch." Oh, that's a little rude. GROUNDO loves to rhyme, but sometimes it comes out a little bit rude. It's okay to rhyme when you're having fun with your friends and you all want to rhyme, but if your mom's talking to you, then it's a little bit rude doing it that way. So GROUNDO said, "Well, Mom, can I have macaroni and cheese for lunch?" And his mom said, "Sure." So that's what they had, macaroni and cheese. And then when lunchtime was over, they got ready to go outside. And they jumped in puddles, he and his mom, because his mom liked to jump in puddles. And GROUNDO said, Moms don't jump in puddles." And his mom said, yes, moms like to jump in puddles too. So GROUNDO said, "Okay." So then they went to his friend's house. First they went to Stinky's house, and all of his friends were there. So Stinky and Winky, wait a minute, Stinky and Pinky and Winky and Blinky, and of course Chicken, they all came out, and they went outside to play in the rain and in the puddles. And then they found some worms that were kind of on the sidewalk a little bit, and they didn't look like they were doing too well. And so GROUNDO said, "Well, Mom, why are those worms on the sidewalk? Shouldn't they be in the dirt?" And so then Stinky said, "Well, let's rescue the worm." So they put some dirt on their hands. They rubbed their hands a little bit in the dirt, because the worms and bugs, they like the smell of dirt more than people's skin. They're not used to people's skin. So they did that, and then they very, very gently picked up the worm and they put him in the dirt and the grass, and they saved his life. Wow, That is such a good character. Have you ever saved a worm's life? I bet you have. If you've been out in nature and you ever see a worm, you can just do that. Maybe you've done it already. Just save those worms, because otherwise I think they could drown. What do you think? Could they drown if they're in a puddle for a long time? I do know worms like to be in the dirt. So that's what they did, and they played together all afternoon long. In the rain, in the puddles, in the mud. They made spaghetti meatballs. Or they made spaghetti from like little twigs. And then they made meatballs out of the mud and dirt, the dirt and the water which make mud. And then they had a pretend lunch of spaghetti and meatballs. What? That's pretty funny. They had such a good time. And then eventually it was time to go in. So Groundo's mom said, Groundo, 2 more minutes, or would you like 3? And Groundo said, 3, I want 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 3. Oh my dear. Okay, she said, 3 more minutes. So they played and they played and they played. And then when 3 minutes was up, guess what happened? Groundo said, Mom, I think the 3 minutes are up. I think it's time for us to go in. Whoa, Groundo's having such good character, isn't he? And his mom said, thank you, Groundo. That's really good character. I'm very proud of you. Do you feel proud of yourself? And Groundo said, I sure do. The end. Well, that's it for me, for Teacher Linda from Nature Nurture, signing off online until we meet again outdoors. Here's a little bit of where I am. I'll show you if I can turn this around. There's the rooftop and there's the rain. Okay, bye-bye.